A group of House Republicans draft a conservative framework for the nation's post-pandemic economic recovery. Here's One America's Jennifer Franco.
There's a hunger for getting our country back, and it's happening faster than people would think.
President Trump is shifting his focus to reviving the U.S. economy, which has been frozen for the past 2 months amid nationwide virus lockdowns. Congress is also playing an important role in returning to normalcy, with the financial well-being of Americans at the top of the agenda. Representative Mike Johnson is using his position as the chair of the Republican Study Committee to put forth a roadmap to get the economy back on its feet. It consists of 5 pillars representing the work of separate task forces responsible for turning 37 policy ideas into reality.
We eliminate barriers to employment and get Americans back to work. We want to flatten the debt curve and protect the nation's fiscal health, as you just heard Senator McConnell reference there. Hold China accountable for its harmful actions that are related to this pandemic, and strengthen the U.S. healthcare system, ensuring healthcare providers have the supplies that they need, and then improving efficiency and accountability in the federal government overall.
The conservative framework offers solutions to get the nation through the pandemic and was in the works for months prior. House Democrat leadership launched a competing task force dedicated to overseeing the administration's response to the virus and how taxpayer dollars are spent. But Republicans are skeptical about their true intentions.
Well, I hate to say this, but Speaker Pelosi's accountability is about really impeachment 3.0. I mean, they're trying to really go after the president in election year.
Congressman Johnson says there's already plenty of oversight on how money is spent, and he's calling for real reform without the politics. One way he suggests getting this done is by repurposing resources that are currently being wasted.
There's a lot of federal office space that is not being used, and yet taxpayers are still paying for that. And so we have a simple measure, a piece of legislation that's already drafted, that would utilize that to scale down all that available office space, wasteful use of taxpayer dollars, and use it to repurpose it for purposes of the pandemic, to be prepared for if there's another wave.
The conservative framework also seeks to hold the World Health Organization and China accountable for its handling of the pandemic. It includes a 10-point strategy that suggests barring Chinese diplomats and their families from the U.S. until the government apologizes for blaming America for the pandemic.
We're very skeptical about all information that comes out of China because they've shown they are not a good faith actor. I mean, I think that's a charitable way to say it.
Now, the question remains whether lawmakers will be able to put their ideological differences aside in polarizing times and unify for the sake of the American people.
One thing we all have in common is that we know that we've got to get this economy going again. And this is a time for people to put partisan politics aside on these policy measures and do things that make sense, that follow common sense.
Congressman Johnson says he's open-minded and hopeful his colleagues across the aisle will do the same to get the economy back to where it was before the pandemic took over. Jennifer Franco, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.